Hi, GymOlympic team gymnasts. We are here again for another week of conditioning and flexibility exercises, and I'm just quickly going to go through all the things that we're going to work on for this 4-day cycle. So every day you're going to do a general warm-up, and that's going to contain 10 minutes of cardio, which can either be jogging or it can be jumping rope. You can do, number 2 is going to be back and front limbers, 10 each, similar to how we do it in the gym. Make sure you're doing it on a soft surface or a mat. Number 3 is going to be handstand holds, and that's going to be for 2 minutes. We spoke about this in the last video. You can either do it against the wall, or you can do it by yourself holding or with a little assistance from your parents. And then number 4 is going to be press handstands, and that's going to be 10, either from standing or from sitting. Make sure you go all the way up and then come down to a straddle hold. After that, you're going to move into your either day 1 or day 2 exercises. Day 1 exercises is going to be pike, leg through, back into a candlestick position, and then you're going to go back and forth through that. Number 2 is going to be mixed grip chin-ups, and then you hold for 5 seconds at the end. Number 3 is going to be twisting back hyperextensions, looking over the shoulder every time. Number 4 is going to be arch rocks. Number 5 is going to be planches. Once you finish all the day 1 activity, you're going to go into flexibility, which again is going to be done every day. And it's going to be 3 minutes per leg, left leg, right leg, and straddle, and then 1 minute for a pike position. After that, for the next day, you're going to move to day 2 of the 4-week cycle, 4-day cycle. It's going to be tuck leg lifts with a sock in between your knees. It's going to be towel pull-ups like we did in last week's, similar to rope climbing. And then leg raises with an elastic, hollow body rocks, and then shoulder pushes in a handstand position against the wall. After you finish that, you again are going to do the flexibility for that day. And you're going to do day 1 2 times a week and day 2 2 times a week for a 4-day total. And now we're going to get started with some videos to help you guys do all the exercises. So the first exercise for day 1 is going to be our pike leg throughs, which again can be done in the bar that's going to be hanging underneath your doorway, or if you have a separate bar, you can do them on there as well. And this is what it's going to look like. So you're going to try to bring your legs through in a pike position, which means the legs should remain as straight as possible, all the way through, going down into a skin in the cat position, and then coming back through as straight as you can, going to a hang, and then repeating. This is going to be done in about 8 times or 10 times in 1 set. And then when if you need a little help, make sure you just have your parents help you, like a leg lift, which would be in the legs and the lower back to get you through, and just help you slow you down, as you know. And that's all. This is going to be our second activity for day 1. It's going to be mixed grip chin-ups. So for mixed grip chin-ups, the explanation is in the title. One grip is going to be going normal, and the other one's going to be reverse. And then you have to go from a long hang all the way till your chin is above the bar. We're going to do 12 of these, and then the last one's going to be held for 5 seconds. On your second set, make sure you switch the hands so that you're doing the other grip. Again, if you're a parent helping, you can just help a little bit from the legs to make sure they get all the way above the bar. This is going to be the third exercise for day 1, and it's going to be hyper back extensions with a turn, looking over the shoulder on every one, alternating. So what you're going to do is find a high surface like this. It can be a couch, it can be a bed, something a little bit more sturdy, and you're going to lay belly down on it, but try to make sure your hips are on meeting the edge. After that, you're going to need a parent to help you with this one. They can either sit on your legs or help hold you down. Make sure that you're doing it with a soft surface near your face, and then you're going to lift up and do your hyperextensions. Look over the shoulder and turn every time that you're doing. We're going to do a total of 20 of these, and then we are going to hold the last one. And that's all. This is exercise number 4 for day 1, and it's going to be arch body rocks. Okay, so first you're going to get into a nice arch position with your legs straight, toes pointed, arms above your head. Once you're in a nice arch position, you're going to start rocking back and forth, and you're actually going to count the number of rocks you're going to do. So back and forth is 1 rock, and we're going to do 20 for 1 set. That's all. This is going to be the 5th exercise for day 1. It's going to be planches. Okay, you're going to do it on a raised surface. Make sure it's like a couch or a bed, but make sure it is a little bit more sturdy because your hands are going to be on the edge of it. Okay, so the gymnast is going to get into a nice push-up position with the hands turned out. Nice push-up position means the arms straight, hollow body, and make sure that you are in support position. The help is going to come here and around the shins and the thighs. You're going to hold from here. Once they're in a nice neutral push-up position, you're going to go forward a little bit, keeping the body straight and the head out, and then come back to neutral body position. Forward a little, come back to neutral, that's where they rest. Forward a little again, and then come back to neutral. We're going to do this 10 times, 10 to 12 times for each set. Now we are moving on to day 2 of the 4-day cycle. And on day 2, we are going to start with the tucked leg lifts. Okay? These are going to go a little higher than leg lifts though. First thing you're going to want to do is get a sock or something that resembles a spongy, and you're going to put it in between your knees. Then you're going to be in a normal grip position in a bar that you have in your house. Tuck your legs, and you might need your parents' help for this. With the hand on the lower back, you're going to do your leg lifts or your knee lifts, going up higher than your head. So it's not just normal leg lift, you want it to go up higher, and these are drills for leg flipping as well as conditioning. And we're going to do 12 of these in 1 set. This is going to be the 2nd exercise for day 2, and it's going to be something we did last week, which is going to be the towel pull-ups, towel chin-ups. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is make sure you go back to your bar that you have in your house, and you're going to roll up your towel very tightly so that it resembles about the thickness of a rope. Make sure that when you are doing these, you jump up so that you're grabbing both sides equally and that you are pretty high up on the towel. After that, if you're a parent, make sure you help a little bit, and you're going to go ahead and do your pull-ups. Alternating sides on which your head goes. That's why you want to be high up on the towel. We're going to do a total of 12 of these in 1 set, and then hold the last one for 5 seconds. Now we're going to move on to the 3rd exercise for day 2, and that one is going to be leg raises on your stomach off of a higher surface. So how we're going to do this is, again, you're going to need to find a raised surface. It can be a couch or a bed, and you're going to need the help of one of your parents, maybe a sibling as well. So you're going to get, again, on the edge of it with your hips a little bit forward over the edge. Then you're going to need the help of your parent to kind of lightly hold you as you are going to lift your legs. Squeezing your toes, legs straight. You're going to lift 15 times. If this is too easy for you, this is when a sibling is going to come in and they're going to put the elastic around, and then you can do it like that as well. The sibling holding down the elastic, putting pressure on it as just very lightly lifts up. It doesn't have to be a lot of pressure, it's just going to help a little bit with the exercise. Again, 15 times in 1 set. Now we are moving on to the 4th exercise for day 2, which is going to be hollow body rocks. So you're going to use either a yardstick or a ruler if you have one, or just a stick that you have laying around so that you can try to keep your arms above your ears. Once you get into a nice hollow body position with your head in and your feet up not too high, make sure your legs are straight, make sure your toes are pointed, make sure your arms are straight. You're going to start rocking. Again, each rock back and forth is going to count as 1, and we're going to do a total of 20. So now we're going to show you the 5th and final exercise for day 2. This exercise is going to be handstand shoulder shrugs. Make sure you find a nice wall in your house and always be very careful getting up on it. Make sure you have the help of one of your parents. Once in a nice tall handstand, toes pointed, legs straight, arms straight, hands not too far from the wall, and make sure your head is in or in a neutral position. You're going to begin to relax the shoulders and then extend out of it and pushing it tall. As a parent, you just want to make sure they stay in a nice handstand position and watch their feet raise, without their elbows bending. Okay, so you're just using these back muscles here to push up, and you're going to be strengthening those. We're going to do this one about 15 times, and then on the last one, you're going to hold in that nice tall handstand position before you come down. 10 to 15 times in one set.